In today's show, Bitcoin price slow to react as US dollar rally stops at 20-year highs. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest technical analysis. And as crypto analyst, Mikhail Van-de-Pop shares right here, Bitcoin is getting into a narrow playing field and is ready for a big impulse move on betting on the upside as the US dollar currency index is showing some weakness too. Crucial level to break, 40,300 to 40,600 first. And as Root shares here, current sell pressure comes from long-term hodlers that bought in the orange area. They are de-risking / capitulating due to macro conditions. Bullish, how price has been holding up really well. And this just in breaking news, El Salvador President Nayib Bukele says his prediction of 2 more countries making Bitcoin legal tender this year is still in play. And as I shared in yesterday's episode, the Central African Republic officially has made Bitcoin legal tender. And more breaking news, Telegram app users can now buy Bitcoin using the official crypto wallet. Let's go. Also in today's show, Goldman Sachs offers first Bitcoin-backed loan as Wall Street embraces cryptocurrency. That's right, showing further signs of increased interest in crypto from Wall Street institutions. Also more breaking news, Panama has officially passed a bill to give legal status to Bitcoin and expand its zero capital gains tax rules. That's right, as shared here by the National Assembly, Project Law number 697, which regulates the commercialization and use of cryptocurrencies, the issuance of digital value, the tokenization of precious metals and other goods, payment systems, and dictates other provisions, was approved in the third debate. This will help Panama become a hub of innovation and technology in Latin America. Also in today's show, here's a realistic target if Bitcoin crashes, according to analysts who accurately called the May 2021 collapse. Quoting Dave the Wave here, if we get a Bitcoin move down comparable to the previous 2, looking at the $25,000 region. And he also shares, don't think I've seen such a depressed feed on crypto Twitter before, perhaps the equal and opposite reaction to the previous height. Remember people, even if we get a solid correction, the macro bull remains. Only those with unit bias don't see that Bitcoin price is actually still high here. Also in today's show, we'll be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, all the major cryptos are currently correcting and in the red. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go next? Find out all this, plus so much more, in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. The goal is to get to 100,000 subs along with a $100,000 Bitcoin price. And if you like getting that crypto, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. Today's episode is brought to you by FTX US, built by traders for traders. That's right, FTX US is the best way to buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, as well as other digital assets. And did you know you can trade crypto with up to 85% lower fees than its top competitors? That's right, there are no fixed minimum fees, no ACH transaction fees, and no withdrawal fees. Also note that FTX is the only leading exchange that supports both Ethereum and Solana NFTs, and there are no gas fees. And you might have heard of them from their Super Bowl commercial with Larry David or their partnership with Stephen Curry and Tom Brady. That's because the world's biggest names trust FTX. And they have a special promo they're running right now where if you download the FTX app today and use my promo code Crypto News, you can earn free crypto on every trade over $10, truly making this a no-brainer. And the more you trade, the more you earn. So go ahead and download the FTX app today by clicking the link in the description right down below. Use my referral code Crypto News and let's start stacking those sats. Shall we? All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. How's it going, crypto fam? Make some noise in the live chat. Now, Bitcoin stayed range bound on April 29th as a welcome retracement saw the US dollar come down from 20-year highs. And right here, you're looking at the Bitcoin 1-hour candle chart. Meanwhile, traders are eyeing 40,600 as a crucial breaker. Data from Cointelegraph Markets Pro and TradingView showed Bitcoin hugging support near 39,300 after failing to hold $40,000. The Bitcoin/USD pair managed some modest upside despite a parabolic rally in the US dollar strength throughout the week. The US dollar currency index finally began cooling off on April 2nd after reaching its highest levels since 2002. Despite its inverse correlation, Bitcoin had yet to show any signs of direct benefit from the changing mood at the time of this recording. Meanwhile, crypto analyst Mikhail Van-de-Pop was nonetheless confident that bullish momentum would return to Bitcoin in the short term. As he shares here, Bitcoin is getting into a narrow playing field and is ready for a big impulse move on betting on the upside as the US dollar currency index is showing some weakness too. Crucial level to break, 40,300 to 40,600 first. And in his latest update, he shares the playing field still stands. The actual downwards acceleration will most likely occur when $38,000 is lost. Until then, nothing much happening on Bitcoin. Now, further tailwinds for the King crypto came in form of Asian market trading. Meanwhile, with the Shanghai Composite Index up 2.4% and Hong Kong Hang Seng managing 10% on the day in a broad comeback from earlier COVID-induced sell-offs. As shared here by economist Holger, Hang Seng Tech Index jumps 10% after China makes another pro-market statement. A meeting is set to occur soon between government and major tech companies, raising hopes that the regulatory landscape for this industry is set to ease going forward. Meanwhile, examining who amongst Bitcoin hodlers is selling in current conditions, popular analyst Root identified changing tendencies amongst long-term hodlers whose coins were unmoved for 155 days or longer. Those who bought in between 18,000 and the current all-time highs of 69,000, a significant chunk of the long-term hodler base, are being forced to exit due to external forces. He warned, as he shares here on crypto Twitter, current sell pressure comes from long-term hodlers that bought in the orange area. They are de-risking/capitulating due to macro conditions. Bullish, how price has been holding up really well. There are two ways for the long-term hodler cost basis. The flip positive, either long-term hodlers get exhausted, there are only a finite amount in that area, and many of them are hodling or macro conditions have to improve. Also like to point out that the percentage of the Bitcoin supply dormant for a year or more has nonetheless made new all-time highs this month, according to data from on-chain analytics firm Glassnode. As you can see here in this chart, also the Bitcoin hash rate just reached a new all-time high, and as we all know, the Bitcoin price follows the hash rate. Let's freaking go. And breaking news just in, El Salvador President Nayib Bukele says his prediction of 2 more countries making Bitcoin legal tender this year is still in play. Which 2 countries do you think that will likely be? Let me know in the comments right down below. And as we all know, the first 2 countries to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender was El Salvador, and now officially the Central African Republic has adopted Bitcoin as legal tender. With no currency to call their own, they choose the currency of the internet. Let's go. And more breaking news just in, Telegram app users can now buy Bitcoin using official crypto wallet. And before I break down next story of the day, Goldman Sachs offers first Bitcoin-backed loan as Wall Street embraces cryptocurrency. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, all the major cryptos are currently correcting and in the red, with Bitcoin down 1.6% for the day, maintaining just above $38,800, while Ethereum is down 2%, trading just above $2,800, while Solana, Avalanche, Binance Coin, Polkadot, Luna, Cardano, and XRP are all correcting and in the red. But all right, now let's break down our next breaking story of the day. Goldman Sachs has offered its first Bitcoin-backed loan and a major step forward for institutional cryptocurrency adoption on Wall Street. I do like to point out, however, there are companies like BlockFi which have been offering crypto-backed loans for quite some time, but this is the first within Wall Street. Now, a spokesperson from Goldman told Bloomberg that the multinational investment bank had lent cash collateralized by Bitcoin owned by the borrower for the first time in Goldman Sachs history. She added that the deal was particularly interesting because of its structure and 24-hour risk management. Now, such a loan allows for a Bitcoin hodler to borrow fiat currency, such as the United States dollar, by fronting up their Bitcoin as collateral to the bank. Now, the underlying volatility of Bitcoin can make these loans risky. If the price of Bitcoin drops too far, the borrower may be required to increase their collateral. Otherwise, they risk getting liquidated. Now, last month, Goldman, which now sports its own in-house digital assets team, executed their first over-the-counter crypto transaction in collaboration with the trading unit of Michael Novogratz crypto investment firm, Galaxy Digital. Now, Goldman is not alone in its foray into digital assets, with fellow Wall Street banks ramping up their movements into the crypto space. On Wednesday, multi-trillion-dollar asset management firm BlackRock, the largest in the world, announced the launch of a blockchain-focused exchange-traded fund, better known as an ETF. Earlier this month, the firm also announced its involvement in a $400 million funding round in partnerships with Circle and principal operator of the USD coin, better known as USDC stablecoin. Now, while over-collateralized crypto-backed loans have been a staple in the world of decentralized finance for some time, the crypto collateralized loan is becoming an alternative method for institutions and governments looking to gain increased access to capital. Now, yesterday, blockchain real estate platform Proppy announced a partnership with Abra to offer its customers access to home loans using cryptocurrency holdings as collateral. And on Wednesday, a new homeowner purchased an apartment in Austin, Texas, using a platform called USDC Homes. The deposit was staked crypto, and the mortgage was under collateralized and based on the applicant's credit score. Also like to point out, when you use a company like BlockFi to get a crypto-backed loan, there is no credit score whatsoever. You just upload your Bitcoin or crypto as collateral. Within 24 hours, you have access to fiat cash. It's that simple. Now, El Salvador is currently in the process of securing finances for its volcano bond, a Bitcoin-backed government bond that will be used to amass $1 billion in funding for the development of Bitcoin City and to increase the size of the country's Bitcoin reserves. Let's freaking go. I want to give a quick shout out to iTrust Capital, the world's largest crypto IRA platform with over $3.5 billion in transactions. If you're looking to trade crypto tax-free, look no further than iTrust. And yes, they are backed by the world's leading institutional cold storage provider, Coinbase Custody, with a $320 million insurance policy. So go ahead and use my referral link in the description right down below to take advantage of the #1 crypto IRA provider in America. And if you sign up today, you're going to receive a $100 funding reward as a free bonus. So go ahead and use my referral link in the description right down below, and let's start stacking those sats tax-free. And before I break down the next breaking story of the day, Panama has officially passed a bill to give legal status to Bitcoin and expand its zero capital gains tax rules. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting just under $1.8 trillion with $101 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. The current Bitcoin dominance is 41.6%, with the Ether dominance at 19.4%. And checking out the top 100 cryptocurrency gainers in the past 24 hours, we have Nexo leading the pack, up 16%, trading at $2.54, followed by ApeCoin, up almost 8%, trading at $21.88, followed by Tron, up 6%, trading at 6.7 cents. And now checking out the top 100 cryptocurrency gainers for the week, you can see a sea of red, which is a handful in the green, including Ape leading the pack here, up 51%, followed by Hex, up 24.5%, followed by GMT, up 20.1%. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 23 out of 100 in extreme fear, yesterday a 24, last week a 26, and last month a 55 in greed. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That could be a great buying opportunity, like we're witnessing right now. BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. But all right, now let's break down our next breaking story of the day. Lawmakers in Panama have passed a bill that will regulate cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, in the Latin American country. In a Thursday tweet, Panamanian pro-crypto Congressman Gabriel Silva saw lawmakers had approved the Panama crypto law following a third debate. And according to Silva, the law will help Panama become a hub of innovation and technology in Latin America. That's right, according to Panama's National Assembly, the crypto law is aimed at regulating and trading the use of crypto assets, the issuance of digital value, the tokenization of precious metals and other assets, payment systems, and other provisions. However, Panamanian President Laurentino Cortizo must sign a bill approved before it becomes law. And checking out these tweets from the National Assembly, just note this is translated using Google Translate. Project number 697, which regulates the commercialization and use of crypto activities, the issuance of digital value, the tokenization of precious metals and other goods, payment systems, and dictates other provisions, was approved in the third debate. And as Gabriel Silva shares, crypto law approved in the third debate, this will help Panama become a hub of innovation and technology in Latin America. Let's freaking go. Now, in September of 2021, the same day El Salvador began recognizing Bitcoin as legal tender, Silva helped introduce the bill to the National Assembly of Panama with the legislation aimed at making the country compatible with the digital economy, blockchain, crypto assets, as well as the internet. The bill moved out of Economic Affairs Committee on April 21st before being approved by the National Assembly. Now, in contrast to El Salvador's Bitcoin law, which requires local businesses to accept Bitcoin, Panama's crypto law, if passed, would likely give residents and businesses the option of using and accepting cryptocurrency. And according to an early draft of the bill, many businesses would not need a special license to accept crypto. Now, at this time, it is unclear if the passage of the crypto law would lead Panama to accept Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies as legal tender alongside the Balboa and the US dollar. El Salvador began recognizing Bitcoin as legal tender in September of 2021, following the passage of its law in the Salvadorian Legislative Assembly. And the Central African Republic announced on Wednesday that its residents would be able to use Bitcoin as legal tender in addition to the country's franc. So there you have it. And before I break down our final story of the day, here's a realistic target if Bitcoin crashes, according to analysts who accurately called the May 2021 collapse. But first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. This goes for all 1,200 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also, some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including my crypto merch store live at merch.com. merch.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also be sure to smash that subscribe button and ring that bell to turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And of course, you can find me on all the major podcasting platforms, from Spotify, home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Apple's iTunes, to Google Play. And if you're listening to the pod, be sure to check out the YouTube channel at cryptonewsalerts.net for the full premium experience with video. And of course, you can follow me on crypto Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, and TikTok. So wherever you're at, be sure to plug in and follow me there. But all right, now let's break down our final story of the day. The crypto analyst who predicted the May 2021 market collapse is warning that Bitcoin could be due for a notable dip, even while he remains long-term bullish on the king crypto. Popular pseudonymous analyst Dave the Wave provides his almost 100,000 Twitter followers with a Bitcoin chart dating back to the summer of 2020, highlighting price capitulations that occurred in April of 2021 and the extended dip lasting from November to this past January. As a recent rally that began earlier this month fizzles out, Dave eyes 25,000 as a potential bottom for Bitcoin, as he calls out here on crypto Twitter, if we get a Bitcoin move down comparable to the previous two, looking at the $25,000 region, as he outlines right here in this chart. This eventually would give a Pyrrhic victory to the 4-year cycle without the blow off top, and validate lengthening cycle theory and further confirm the LGC. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the crypto analyst. Now, the chart guru next tries to calm worried investors by employing technical analysis while looking at Bitcoin's yearly moving average on the weekly candles dating back to 2013, as he shares here: up, down, up, down, up, down. If you're not ready to get giddy from one day to the next, use a bit of good old-fashioned technical analysis, a year moving average, for example. Now, Dave the Wave wraps up his Bitcoin analysis by showing how, despite several descending wedges that lasted a year each, Bitcoin's relative price and long-term outlook both remain bullish. As he shares here, don't think I've seen such a depressed feed on crypto Twitter before. Perhaps the equal and opposite reaction to the previous height. Remember, people, even if we get a solid correction, the macro bull remains. Only those with unit bias don't see that Bitcoin price is actually still high here. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the crypto analyst. I agree 100%. And someone responded, lengthening cycle was supposed to play out, but the charts lied to us. And Dave the Wave responded, it never made sense in an increasingly liquid/mature market. Was another lengthening cycle supposed to follow this one and another one? It helps to think the macro besides the data, and of course, diminishing cycles. So there you have it. And now for a quick recap of what I covered with you here in today's show. Bitcoin price slow to react as US dollar rally stops at 20-year highs. Also in today's show, breaking news I shared, Goldman Sachs offers the first Bitcoin-backed loan as Wall Street embraces crypto, as well as more breaking news at Panama officially passing a bill to give legal status to Bitcoin and expand its zero capital gains tax rules. And we also discussed a realistic target if Bitcoin crashes, according to analysts who accurately called the May 2021 collapse. But where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now for the top 3 comments from yesterday's episode. Luigi Mario wrote, JV, great show again today. I agree with Michael Saylor. Bitcoin is the perfect investment for someone's retirement account. Imagine if a young investor put only $1,000 a year into Bitcoin for 30 years, they would live the rest of their life very comfortable in retirement. We can't rely on government or Social Security, so what option do we have? Buy Bitcoin. And HODL, great point fam, compound and stack and sats. This is the way, no doubt about it. HODL. And our next featured comment comes from Francesco, who wrote, usually Bitcoin takes the next leg up. The maxis come out for 6 months. Then the greed makes alts have a big run on Bitcoin in that order. So we should expect the next move to be Bitcoin specifically. Where my Bitcoin bulls at? Bitcoin next leg up. Send it. Now for our third and final featured comment coming from the Vosac. It's not the first guy, aka country, to get up and dance. It's the second one that starts the movement. Once the second guy, aka country, starts dancing, everyone gets on the dance floor. It's about to get crazy. Amen, fam. Bitcoin game theory in full effect. Let's freaking go. And to be featured on tomorrow's episode, drop me a comment right down below.